Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm going to discuss the overrated term, overrated. What makes an RPG overrated? In my opinion, of course. First of all, let's start by defining the term itself, overrated. What does it mean? Well, the objective definition you will find all over the internet is that it means something is being praised more than what it probably deserves, like overestimated or exaggerated. That is the objective definition of the term overrated. But if you paid attention to what I said something that gets more praise than what it probably deserves. Who's to say what deserves what? Which means the definition itself is not exactly objective anymore, it's subjective. So it's a term based on people's opinions. That means if you ever see somebody saying something is overrated, that means it's that person's opinion on something. Simple as that. However, there's one more definition that I like to apply whenever I call something overrated. For example, RPGs in this case. I think what makes a game, or an RPG in this case, overrated is when the people who praise that particular RPG just cannot seem to comprehend that their game is not perfect and that they live in a world, in a real world, where there has to be at the very least one single human being that legitimately dislikes the game. They can't accept they live in a world where people like different things and dislike different things. That what may be a masterpiece to you may be a piece of trash for another person. Just because you love something so much doesn't mean it is objectively a masterpiece. Like I've called a lot of games masterpieces in this channel, like Odin Sphere, Chrono Cross, Valkyrie Profile. Those games are a masterpiece to me. But if somebody comes to me and says that those games are a piece of shit, I'm just going to respect that. I'm going to say, okay, that's your opinion. It doesn't mean these games are objectively trash or objectively a masterpiece. It's just that in my opinion, those games are great, and in that person's opinion, those games are trash. And it also works the other way around. Like for example, Time and Eternity, I think it's a freaking piece of garbage. But that game might be very good for another person, might be like legitimately good. Somebody loved that game. So it's just my opinion that the game is bad, but it's not objectively bad. No game, nothing in this world is objectively good or bad. It's just a matter of perspective, that's all. So what makes an RPG overrated is when most of the people praising the game just cannot seem to accept any criticism towards that game whatsoever. Like the moment you say something negative or you criticize a single aspect of the game, they come rushing like a freaking stampede of social justice warriors or blindfolded religious people, just coming straight at you to attack you personally, to hate you and to dislike you just because you said something you didn't like about that particular game. I've seen RPGs that are really popular, but when somebody else criticizes that particular RPG or says something negative about it, I don't see too many people going against that person, like attacking that particular person. But that's not the case with other RPGs, right? And you've probably seen that too. There's everybody else is calling this other game a masterpiece, and then somebody else just pops in and says, well, I didn't like the game because of this or that, or I hate this game, I thought it was bad, and ooh boy, yeah, explosion of hatred towards that person. And that particular moment is what makes me see that game they're praising and defending with their lives is overrated. So in conclusion, what makes an RPG overrated? When somebody else praises that game more than what it probably deserves, in your opinion or my opinion or anyone else's opinion, and when that person just cannot seem to accept there's people in this world who might not like that same RPG. That's my conclusion, that's my opinion, it's time to share yours. Thanks for watching, don't forget to subscribe and share this video with your friends. See you next time!